I'm streaming right now.
Cool, dude.
If you want to watch. I'm playing God of War.
Cool, dude.
I figured.
Have you made it out of Fafnir's storeroom yet? So, what brings you around, friends? I suppose you prefer my brother's wife. You're wrong.
So, what are you doing? At the store?
Yeah, the store right now.
Yeah, I downloaded Kingdom Hearts 3. And that's what I'm gonna be streaming all day, Tuesday. So if you wanna watch that stream on YouTube, you're welcome to it. The new movie, yeah. Yeah, it just came out. The new one. Okay, where is it? 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 Where is it?
What's that?
I do not see where it is, and it's pissing me out. I mean, making me mad. I have to hit these things, and I don't see where such things are to hit. Yeah, that's what what I bought. Kingdom Hearts 3. What? For the no, it's $60 for the standard edition, but for the game that has everything, it's $107. It's called Kingdom Hearts Big Package or something. All in one, I think. What? Yeah, I know. It's a one-player game. It's a one-player game, but at least right now, it comes out on two-player later. Really? Yay! Found one. What? What game? You mean look good?
Goodness. Oh. Well, world of tanks.
Water tanks is kind of fun. You just blow. You play as a tank and you just blow all the tanks up. Wait, Casa? What is it called? What's it look like? Hold on, I'll be back. Are you gonna be on the PlayStation all day? What? What did you just text me? YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Are you watching it right now?
I was watching. I'm seeing it on.
I want to find some guys to beat up. I'm gonna let you go for a bit.
Alright, bro, I'll talk to you later.
Okay. I'm gonna play my Xbox.
Alright, have fun. Later.
Hey,
Yeah.
is there any new games you're getting?
Huh?
Is there any new games you're getting?
I was looking at it. I thought
What games are you thinking about getting? Well,
Yeah?
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts will be available for me to download in 23 minutes and 6 hours. In one day. In one day. No, before I can download it because I pre-ordered it.
Oh, cool.
So, it has a timer on my PS4 just counting down.
Cool.
I wanted to say 0 so bad. Do you know when the last Kingdom Hearts game came out?
Not really.
Freaking 16 years ago.
15 years ago?
Yes.
Wow.
It took them that long to make 3.
Hey, it's a long time.
Well, no, because what they decided to do, they did Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, then they did Kingdom Hearts 2, then they did Both by Sleep, then they did Dream Drop Distance, then they did Recoded, then they did Unchained Key, then they did Union Cross, and now they're doing Kingdom Hearts 3.
Awesome.
So it took, instead of just going Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 3, no. There's 16 games in the series and it took them this long to make the 3rd game.
Really?
Yeah. But the funniest one, the name of the one game on the DS. I didn't know how to say it. And tell me if you know how to say it. Okay. It's 3.2 days or 306.2 days or some bullshit like that. It has a Roman numeral and a fraction inside one thing. Who fucking knows how to say that?
I don't know what to say.
So, are you... So, are you going to... See, I am not looking... Some of the levels I don't like what they chose for the game. No, in Kingdom Hearts 3. Some of the levels I don't like that they picked. Okay.
Get $300 off.
Well, one of the levels that...
Before the video starts, please hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Also, give this video a like. Thank you.
I've never wondered that.
But what's...
I know the one I'm thinking of.
Who?
Rose.
Inclose?
Yeah, she's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I told you I haven't heard much for her in a long time.
Ew.
I fucking love Inclose. She used to be my all-time favorite Marvel opponent. I'm gonna see if she's still on. When she did her last thing.
Alright, so I can't play the video.
Inclose. How do you spell her name? I-N-K?
Big Rose. Look.
Hello, my brony friends. Today I will be discussing my headcanon story for Cadence, Sombra, and the Crystal Empire. Wait, what's that? Oh yeah, I redrew my OC because many of you thought her head looked too small.
She did do one 2 weeks ago. So she still is active in the community.
That's a good thing.
She just has a different logo now.
Really? Oh, sure.
She has a...
Hello, my brony and sister friends. Today I'm...
Good.
Okay guys, let me get straight to the point. Judging by the title of this video, I think you can all tell what it's about. I haven't done an MLP related video for quite a while now, and as such I've gotten many comments asking why, even on very unrelated videos. I kinda just, well, stopped making them. So, Incrows, why have you stopped making MLP videos? Well, the thing is, there's actually a few reasons why. This might be a bit of a rant because I've got quite a few feelings on the subject. Reason number 1. World building problems. You all know what I used to do on this channel, a bunch of headcanon stories that were pretty much fanfiction. Why did I write them? Well, there were so many cool ideas introduced into the show that I felt compelled to expand on them. I knew that someday the show would likely break my headcanons, but it was fun to attempt to figure out what the past histories of some of these cool-looking characters were. Celestia and Luna were perhaps the most potential-filled characters in the whole show, so I sat down and wrote my own mini-story for their backstory. Eventually, I wrote one for Discord, Cadence, Sombra, and my personal favorite story, Chrysalis. The MLP world has so much incredible potential. It was practically bursting with possible stories and lore and adventure. And thus, even as I wrote my own headcanons, I waited for the show to fulfill on that potential. I wanted to see how the show staff would blow me away with what they came up with for these characters. After all, these were professional writers who knew their craft. I was just a teenager who loved storytelling. But then I had to keep waiting.
This is 12 minutes, so I'll find out after this video.
It wasn't ever going to go over the real world building and backstory it had. Its main focus was cute, simple slice-of-life plots with the occasional adventure-filled season openings and endings. I was disappointed. As said before, the world of Equestria was so open and ready to be filled with an amazing history, but the show just didn't go there. Sometimes we got to see snippets of it, stuff that made me hungry to see more, but they were just that, snippets. Then the comics came, and with that we finally did get more story. But alas, it was confirmed that the comics were soft canon, and ultimately many issues were rendered non-canon by the show. Another disappointment. But even then, the comics were still sort of canon, and did provide some backstory. I was very excited to find that one of the issues was going to cover the origins of Queen Chrysalis. Such a character had so many interesting plots that could be explored. Wait, what? This is her origin story? Some kind of lazy, supervillainesque mutation of bugs and trees and magic waste? And they pull it off as a weird joke with Star Swirl stupidly dumping magic crap in the swamp? Wait, what? That ground my gears. What also ground my gears was the issue with Luna's story, showing the reason she had become Nightmare Moon was because of an evil Shadow Force thing, not just because of her own mistakes. Wow, what a way to take away from the tragedy of her character, folks. It seems like this was proven not to be canon by the show, but it's still not really clear, which is also a problem. Not much was really very clear at all. At least the new Star Wars canon is consistent, and they tell you straight off if something is fully canon or not. You don't need to constantly theorize about soft canon. While I enjoyed the Journal of the Two Sisters and thought it was a great little look at the princesses' lives while also pretty much confirming the girls were born alicorns, it was still pretty short. Oh, and it actually was confirmed on Twitter that they were born alicorns. But then there was a line that broke the camel's back for me.
The birth of an alicorn is something Equestria has never seen. It is beyond even our understanding.
What? Are you kidding me? Really? Okay, so I know that that line could be interpreted in different ways, like that since Luna and Celestia could have been orphaned, they didn't know much about alicorn babies, or that they meant that since Equestria was founded, there hadn't been any alicorn babies, but, I mean, the way the line was said and the context implied to the audience that Luna and Celestia weren't born alicorns, or at least that alicorns were made and not born. It was crazy to me. Like, it made me realize that maybe the show staff didn't really have a consistent story even in mind for the Royal Sisters. What if they actually didn't even really care about the lore of the world? I'm sure that's not really the full case and that every writer has their own passion for the show, but still, it got me. That scene was a perfect opportunity to have Luna and Celestia say a few things about the nature of alicorns, but no, more wasted potential. I wondered what the point even was to write headcanons when it seemed like we cared more about the backstories than even the staff did. Why invest so much time to create stories related to the show when it ultimately didn't even matter? And yeah, I totally get it. It's a children's show. That's fine. I really shouldn't have even taken it so darn seriously. But I suppose, as a writer, it made me sad to see that the world was bound by the Kids TV label. I will again bring up the word potential. So some of you might be thinking that maybe the writers and show staff didn't spend time going over backstories of the characters because it's not really their job. After all, as a children's show, it's supposed to be about teaching lessons and what have you. Kids don't care about character stories and world building, right? No, that's actually dead wrong. You guys know why my videos got so popular? It wasn't just the grown-up bronies watching them, it was a lot of kids too. Many young fans of the show really wanted to know these backstories too. They scoured YouTube for them and found my videos. They had the same itch that needed to be scratched, of wanting to know more about these characters in ways the show simply wouldn't cover. I mean, when I started my channel, I was a kid too, a young teenager. The story I wrote about Applejack's parents is one of my most popular videos, even with kids. Why? They looked up Applejack's story because they were curious. They wanted to know why in the world she didn't have any parents. Kids care about this stuff too. As a side note, parents die in Disney movies all the time, yet the mention of death is forbidden in a show like MLP? I don't get it personally. So if kids want to know about this stuff and my channel blew up because of it, then why
Can you hear it?
this kind of thing? Well, first of all, I assume it's because the limits Hasbro puts on the show. And
What?
because the executives and writers don't understand that their target demographics actually want these stories too, not just Gravity Falls came out. I ended up seeing it after a while, and it blew my mind. Not only was the writing very good, it was legitimately very funny, well acted, and had a lot of creativity. I then realized that it was a much better show than MLP, especially when it came to the writing. Not to mention, even though it was on the Disney Channel and intended for kids and their families, it mentioned dark themes, had real stakes, and had the gall to mention death. The characters were fantastic, and they actually got backstories. Wow, incredible. Then came stuff like Over the Garden Wall, Star vs. the Forces of Evil, and The Amazing World of Gumball. I finally watched Avatar: The Last Airbender and was blown away. It quickly rose to become one of my top shows of all time, and despite the fact that I actually dislike Korra now, when I first watched it, the world building and animation blew me away despite the heavily unlikable main character. The point is that I realized that kids animation was going through another golden age. These shows, despite being for families, were simply better than MLP in my view. So when I looked back and watched episodes of MLP, my mind automatically compared them to stuff like Gravity Falls, Clone Wars, Dan Vs., which I still can't believe was a kids show, and the new show Star Wars Rebels. I realized that MLP wasn't really all that great in comparison. No, I'm not saying it's bad, just that I think it could be.
Did you hear what?
But I also know that this has to do with the limitations given to the writers. Still, even with limitations, Gravity Falls was made, and it was fantastic. Reason number 3, growing up. And that all led me to just, well, grow up, I guess. I became an adult, and with that I got a job, started going to college, and really got serious about my future. I now viewed my time as a precious commodity. As such, when I had the time to sit down and write, I didn't want to write about ponies. These weren't my characters. I couldn't make a living writing about them. So instead, I decided to write about my own characters. I wanted to create a world where I could have control over the characters and their interactions, where I could give them detailed backstories and flaws, where I could have them experience loss, love, and adventure, where I could create fantastical beasts and ancient battles, revenge plots, and looming evils in a sprawling history. I had total freedom. I could do whatever I wanted. And so Dragon Queen was born, and I started focusing my channel on it. Since it was my own creation, it was something I could finally make money off of. I could use it to build my career and diversify my channel. If employers looked at my social media, they wouldn't see colorful, childish ponies. They would see me dedicating myself to creating my own world. And this change was good for me, not just because of my writing, but for my art as well. Now I'm focused on drawing humans, which was a necessity for my career and my portfolio. I was able to practice my character designing skills and expand my horizons that were previously limited. It was very hard, but I relished having this freedom. But then I ran into a roadblock, one I'm still hitting today. My view count went down drastically. Videos that once got up to hundreds of thousands of views were now barely cracking 5,000. In my own eagerness to escape the pony fandom and build my career, I ended up alienating most of my YouTube fan base. While I love and appreciate them, most simply were not watching my Dragon Queen videos. They wanted more ponies. Now, my Dragon Queen's fans are very special to me, and they are very loyal and super encouraging, always giving me hope, but I also remain conflicted. Do I do what I want and make Dragon Queen bigger? Or do I need to sit down and write more pony stuff? Stuff I'm simply not inspired to make right now. After all, a pony video would surely send my channel rocketing up in views again, but it wouldn't really be me. It would be artificial, bland, by the numbers. Unless I actually got truly inspired, that is. After all, why not use those ideas for headcanons for my own story instead? I still like MLP and do look forward to the movie, but now you know why I haven't been making MLP videos recently. And when I do make an MLP video, I want it to be because I felt inspired to make it. Speaking of which, the recent Luna and Celestia episode was pretty cool. I might talk about that in the future. And of course, MLP is not my show, so I have no right to claim any type of ownership of it. So me trying to make demands about what I think the show should be should ultimately not matter. It's not my show. Last but not least, I want to make clear that I don't think writing fan fiction or making cool fan art and videos is a waste of time. It's what makes the good part of fandoms good. Plus, fan art and fan fiction fiction are great ways to practice your craft and share your love of a character and story with the world. I suppose I think it's a good idea to have a balance of fan art and original art. You don't have to, but personally, I think that's a good idea. So now you know. Whew. Bit of a long video, but I suppose it needed to be made. If any of you love my pony headcanons and haven't seen my Dragon Queen videos yet, I highly encourage you to do so. It's the same sort of storytelling, but this time in a long-form format and with all the freedom I could ask for. I've even taken inspiration from some of my old headcanons for it. You'll like it. Anyway, if you have any stuff to say, I'll be reading your comments. Bye, boyos.
Wow, long video. So,
So basically, she hates My Little Pony now.
yeah.
Because of Gravity Falls and shit.
Yeah. I don't know if it was nothing.
Right?
I'm never gonna be able to do out for me, man.
Never mind. Even if my girlfriend said, you can't watch it anymore, I would break up with her in a heartbeat.
Oh, man, I don't like it with me. Okay?
Right.
If I don't like it,
Then that's even more reason why you should go to BlowingCon. You should take her.
then I take it along, dude.
What?
Where's the mom?
Take her and... I know she lives with my mom. You told me that. You both go.
What you say about it? We take it, man. I don't think we're lucky. Because some things said that. These things, you see that? Then you do the light. I mean, this is even alive to somebody right now.
Oh, sorry. So I'll be right back, Mike.
All right, bro.
Hey, what level are you on My Little Pony?
Level 61, something like that. Or 65. I think it's like 61.
I'm level 43. Can you send me a friend code or tell me what it is? Dude, it says 0 minutes and 42 seconds, 40 seconds and 6 hours.
Wow.
So I'm waiting until it gets to 0 second wise to see what happens before I go and do what I need to do. Which is in 28 seconds. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. So it just resets. Okay. I'll be right there. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what time this is? 58 minutes from now, 5 hours from now, and 1 day from now.
I need to tell you that
No, before I can download. Do you know what time that is?
I need to stop.
Yeah, do you know what time that is? Like, what's 5 hours? What's 5 hours from now? 10 to... Oh, like 10 o'clock tonight?
Yeah.
It says 5 hours, so that would be 10.
Yeah,
And 57 minutes. So that would be 10:57. Okay. I asked the third shifter. I asked the third shifter tonight. To download it for me.
I'm on 52.
What?
I'm on 52.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's your fun code?
Hello?
Your fun code on here.
Oh, Franco?
Yeah, on My Little Pony.
I'll be back, guys. I'll be back, guys.
Where are you going? Gonna do what?
Get dressed.
Well,
Friendship is magic.
what do you mean get dressed? So you're not dressed?
I'm saying you. Yeah.
Naked?
Yeah, I'm saying you.
So pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm saying yeah, man. Okay? You good?
Yeah.
1 second.
I'm calling my dad real quick.
Alright.
I'm calling my dad, hold on.
Cool.
Okay. What's your friend code?
It's because they don't need
For My Little Pony? Yeah. Hold on. Hold on, my dad texted me. Okay. Let me go back to my lap. Let me hit this button. And then hit this thing. How do I send you a fun code? How do I enter your fun code? Where do you enter it? Oh, friend.
What's your code, dude?
I don't know how to check. What? I mean, how do I check on him? What my code is? Yeah, how do I check? How do I do it? Like, where do I go to enter it? No, because my phone just died. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let you go to. Okay. Yeah, do you have work tomorrow? What time do you work Tuesday?
I work from 5 to about 3.
Morning or afternoon?
All day.
So, what time you get off at 3 in the afternoon? So what time do you work? From what time to what time? 9 in the morning to 3? Oh, okay. 3 in the afternoon to from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon, correct?
Yep.
So, do you want to watch my stream whenever you get off?
Yeah, I want to get off.
You will probably have to watch, catch up on the ones that you missed because I'm streaming literally all day.
Alright, I'll catch you later.
Yeah. And I do know what the first level is because I read the name, but I don't know why I'm there. The first level is going to be Olympus. Okay, Olympus Coliseum. Who do you think? Which Disney character do we know and love that's probably going to be there?
Mickey. Mickey.
Well, no. In Olympus Coliseum, what movie does that take place? Olympus.
Olympus Coliseum? I don't watch it.
Yep. So we're gonna go see Hercules. Yeah, that's level 1. You start out at Olympus Coliseum.
Sweet, I need to watch Hercules.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I wonder what kind of. Oh, and I seen what you can use against the. You have to fight the Rock Titan, and guess what you get to use to fight the Rock Titan?
What?
Freaking Space Mountain.
Really?
The wide Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can summon Space Mountain. Yeah, and like the teacups and shit. But literally, you summon Space Mountain to go up the Rock Titan and ram into him.
Awesome.
And you can summon like the Buzz Lightyear ride and shit.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
And what? I gotta. We're gonna let you go.
Alright, I'll look at it.
Okay, bye.
Bye.